we're going to need more than the luck of the Irish to get us through this movie. So grab your shillelagh, grab a giant Guinness, because we watched Leprechaun Origins. We watched it so you don't have to. So you know what time it is. The top of the morning to you, Moongoons. Welcome to the Horrible Horror Podcast. The podcast where we watch the worst of the worst. I don't know what the fucking accent I'm doing anymore. Worst of the worst in horror movies. Movies so bad they're scary. I'm your host, Lord Marshall Hampton. Unfortunately, my normal co-host, Aaron, he could not be here today. He had he came down with a little tummy flu bug thingamajig, so he could not make it. But on this mighty fine St. Patrick's Day edition of Horrible Horror, I got myself the most authentic guest I could get. He needs no introduction because he's got his own fucking theme song.
There's a place where you can feed your face with the greatest flavor in the galaxy. Go sailing on the seas of molten cheddar cheese with all the crunchy corn chips you can eat. Planet of Nachos. Planet of Nachos. Planet of Nachos.
That's right. Nachos McWarrow from Here Comes the Spooky podcast is joining me again today, back in Aaron's hot seat, warming up with the delicious Irish farts.
That's right. I mean, how are you doing this wonderful St. Patrick's Day, Marshall?
It is St. Patty's Day. I'm okay. It's weird. I woke up like, I guess I realized this past weekend, that I was like, man, this is like the first time in a while, like St. Patrick's just come around. I just said like, I have no plans to do anything this year.
Same.
Like, I don't know if like suddenly it's grew up, but I just like woke up one day and I was like, suddenly like realized I'm old, but it's like, I'm not going out drinking. I'm not going to go, it's just weird. Like I normally every other St. Patrick's Day is like, yeah, St. Patrick's, let's go out. It's going to be great. I love St. Patrick's Day. Let's fucking get drunk with some friends. And now it's just, I'm just like, I'm going to turn on my Matlock, do my crossword puzzle.
Right. Put my little Snuggie on so my balls don't get cold in the recliner.
Put my slippers on, yeah.
Slippy slappies. Normally they say accept no substitutes, but we can make an exception for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're actually recording on St. Patrick's Day today, so this is kind of cool. And this week's movie is Leprechaun Origins. Keeping with we've done a Leprechaun movie now for 6 straight years on St. Patty's Day.
God damn.
We broke it up a little this year. This year we got away from the Warwick Dunn was an NFL running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Warwick Davis.
But the fans already knew that much. Yeah, come on.
Was he with the Falcons? And it was a Buccaneer. I think he was a Buccaneer, not a Falcon. He might have been both. I don't know. He was back in the 90s. Anyway.
He was a Falcon Buccaneer. That's what he was.
He was also an Ewok, apparently. I remember right. Warwick Dunn was the Ewok in Empire Strikes Back. No, Return of the Jedi.
Oh my. Yeah, you know how Warwick Davis got that job? Because he could stick his tongue through the little slit. And then Lucas saw his little tongue going, blah, 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 and he's like, I'm going to fuck that Ewok.
I am all over the place today. Anyway, we are taking a break from Warwick Davis. And we're doing the other Leprechaun movie, Leprechaun Origins. God damn this movie. But before we get to the movie itself, we have to do our corporate shell out moment for the episode. So sit back.
Everybody's got a price.
All right. like I said, it's St. Patty's Day, so many of you guys may be listening to this the day after or a few days after if you recovered from your alcohol coma, and you're going to be some stinky motherfuckers. You're going to be reeking of that beer. You're going to be reeking of that cabbage, of the shepherd's pies, of your corned beef and hashes. You're going to be a stinky person, but we got the cure for you.
What's that?
That would be the new Ultra Premium Collection from Manscaped.
What?
That's right. You get yourself the Ultra Premium Collection that includes the Manscaped Premium Deodorant to get yourself all smelly clean. Not for your balls, but for your armpits. It also comes with the Hydrating Body Moisturizer, so you can moisturize that dry, alcohol-covered skin that just dries you up. So you can hydrate with this new body wash. And then, because you know you were out there getting sick and vomiting with your gross St. Patty's Day celebrating stuff. You got some vomit in your hair. Well, you know what? You just rub in some of the 2-in-1 Manscaped shampoo and conditioner. Get that vomit, get all that cabbage shit straight out of your hair. Get you nice and clean. And then,
what?
When you're done with that, not only that, then you gotta freshen up them lips. You get the free pack of the Manscaped lip balm. Freshen up them those kissies.
You're barfing so hard, you're burning the fucking bacon lips off your body.
That's right.
You gotta lotion them shit.
That is right. That is 4 products in one with the free gift with the Ultra Premium Collection from Manscaped. So you just go. What you do is you go over to manscaped.com. You put in a little promo code Moongoon. That'd be MOONGOON.
What's
Moongoon.
that? What's that, Primo?
Oh, that's a Moongoon.
Promo.
MOONGOON. And you get yourself not 5, not 10, not 15, but a whopping 20% off. Hit your mom with a shillelagh, that's good. And free shipping. All from manscaped.com.
So I got a question for you.
1 second.
Oh, there we go. I didn't talk over it this time. So I had my wiener out in the bathroom.
You don't say.
And I was looking at my gold pouch, and it's a little out of control. I'm looking at the top of the Leprechaun's hat. It's kind of fucked up. How can I take care of that?
Well, funny you should ask that, because if now that you got that stench off you, you got that 3-day beer stink off you. Now, like you said, you get looking a little bushy down there, like a little leprechaun without his hat, little red beard going.
He's got a red beard for sure.
Well, you go get yourself a lawnmower from Manscaped, the little lawnmower 4.0. Shave that shit up real clean. Get you nice, clean, and smooth down there, ready for a new day.
For the lasses.
For the lassies. That's right. For them lasses. So get yourself out there. Get yourself a lawnmower 4.0 from manscaped.com with promo code Moongoon for 20% off and free shipping. Cha-ching. We are masters at this now.
Fucking pros.
Fucking pros.
I didn't even talk about pubic swastika hairs or anything. Oh, we're recording?
We're recording.
Oh.
All right. So now let's get back to the business at hand. That would be diving into the pot of shit that is this movie Leprechaun Origins. This was released in August of 2014, written by Harris Wilkinson. This is his only full-length movie writing credit to his name. Shalom Gelt. Gelt has 23 credits as a writer, including movies such as Zombie Rome, Zombies vs. Gladiators, Jersey Shore Shark Attack, and was a writer for WCW, who did 8 episodes of Nitro, 27 episodes of Thunder, and he was a writer on the 1999 Halloween Havoc pay-per-view.
Dope. I fucking love Halloween Havoc.
Halloween Havoc was great.
Anytime we play the WCW
Fuck
Revenge.
yeah, you always gotta use the Halloween Havoc set.
Because that fucking song, man. What am I caught up on?
I don't know.
Hey, what's my shirt say?
It says, "Bite me and I'm Irish."
That's fine. I didn't bring my vampire fangs this time.
So he also has 82 credits as a producer on movies like Curse of the Zombie Pirates, Vanilla Ice Goes Amish,
What?
Topless Prophet,
Okay.
Ghost Shark, Swamp Shark, Mega Python vs. Gatoroid,
Whoa.
Alien vs. Ninja, Snakes on a Train.
That's an asylum flick, no doubt.
Yeah. And Girls Gone Wild, Doggy Style.
That family film. It was on AMC.
Yes.
It's a Criterion collection.
Yeah,
sure.
I believe it's on Hallmark now every Christmas. The movie's directed by Zap Lipovsky.
Is that dude's real name Zap?
Zach. Zach Lipovsky. 16 credits as a director, including movie Dead Rising, Watchtower, and he did the Kim Possible movie based off the Nickelodeon show. And that's pretty much about it. The movie, if you really want to watch this, you can find it on YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Vudu, Amazon, and surprise, it's on Peacock. If you're a subscriber, you can watch it for free on Peacock.
I watched it in my Leprechaun 7 movie pack. There was literal dust on that disc. Yeah.
This actually came in a pack with the other ones. I'm surprised.
Yeah, but it didn't have the most recent one done by the guy that did Psycho Gorman and The Void.
Leprechaun Returns.
It's kind of fun.
The newest one?
Yeah.
Where they kind of go back to the original house?
Oh, and they totally have Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Her voiceover. Oh, man.
We actually did that one a few years ago. That was actually pretty good.
It's
we
not
liked
bad.
it. No, it was surprisingly good.
You know what it kind of did? It did the H2O, or not H2O, the H40 shit. Like, fuck all the sequels. We're picking it up where we left off. Like a chainsaw movie.
It did kind of did. Like a relative chainsaw movie that we just happened to talk about last week.
You calming down from that one?
My blood pressure's still a little high, I think, from that rant.
You look a little flushed.
Yeah, I don't think all the blood's come back yet. I'm still feeling a little dehydrated, and I might need an IV still. So
I shouldn't like start up chainsaw.
No. So let's talk about the cast real quick. The Leprechaun is not played by Warwick Davis. It is played by Dylan Postel, a.k.a. Hornswoggle from the WWE, who played a leprechaun on TV in WWE. He was like William Regal's Leprechaun.
That was a fun gimmick.
And then he was like Vince McMahon's illegitimate leprechaun child or something who lived underneath the ring. It was weird.
You know what? That is nowhere as disrespectful as the Eddie Guerrero Haunted Lowriders storyline.
That's very true.
What the fuck was that,
Fun
man?
fact, I actually met Mr. Hornswoggle once at an independent wrestling show in Chicago.
Dope.
Yeah, Aaron and I were at a Shimmer show, which was at the all women's wrestling promotion.
I was going to say.
Way before women's wrestling is what it is now. They were kind of the pioneers of it. It was really awesome. I supported them. They were great.
Like Proto Glow?
Yeah, it was like better than Glow, like after Glow, but much better. So anyway, we're there, and we have like front row seats right up against the aisle. And then I kind of look over, and Hornswoggle was just sitting in the audience, chilling, watching this wrestling show with some buddies.
On a bunch of phone books.
Yeah.
Little feet are dangling.
He did not have a booster seat.
That guy would kick
But
my
if he
ass.
did, that would have been fucking hilarious. But no, yeah, we met him at the show. Hornswoggle was at the show. It was kind of cool.
Nice.
Anyway, so we'll move on. Sophie's played by Stephanie Bennett. She's got 39 credits, lots of TV movies that I've never heard of. She did do one episode of iZombie and Supernatural, and she was Snow White in Disney's first Descendants movie, which was a huge hit. Parents, you probably know of it because your kids love that shit.
I just like jerking off to Disney movies.
Well, there you go. You probably know it too. Jane's played by Melissa Roxburgh. She's got 20 credits. She played Ensign Sile on Star Trek Beyond. Has made appearances on DC's Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow and Supernatural. And she was in the Marine 4 with The Miz, another WWE tie-in. David's played by Brendan Fletcher. Brendan Fletcher's got 129 credits, including Superman and Lois, 7 episodes of Arrow, where he played Stanley Dover, 3 episodes of iZombie, Blood Rain 2, and Blood Rain the Third Reich. So he's in Blood Rain 2 and 3. He was in Masters of Horror, Supernatural, Ginger Snaps Back Unleashed, Ginger Snaps Back the Beginning. He was Mark Davis in Freddy vs. Jason.
Goddamn right, dude.
And let's not forget, he was also in Air Bud.
Dude. So that Doggy Style movie is actually a prequel to Air Bud.
Yes. I didn't see. Not many people know that Girls Gone Wild Doggy Style is actually a prequel to Air Bud.
See, you get the authentic Irish token guy on here. He starts dropping these little gold nuggets, and you're gonna walk away learning something.
That's right.
Can I jump in with the dumb story before you start the movie?
You certainly can, because I really don't. I'm fine.
Yeah,
postponing this a little bit.
Oh man, yeah. So I'm filling up my tires for on the way to my trek to St. Louis this morning, and I'm filling up, and it's one of those little. It's one of those the gas machine with the little gauges that tells you air
pump.
Clearly, I words well. So and it beeps. It lets you know like when your tire's full. Yeah. So I'm driver's side, front tire. It goes beep beep beep, and I look at it. It's not even close. And then so I'm like, okay, and then it does it again, beep beep beep. It's some jackass bird lives right next to the air pump, learned to mimic the air thing, so it's just fucking with me. I blow like $5 in quarters because of this fucking winged asshole.
That's hilarious.
Not for me, dude.
No, not for you. But I kind of love that bird now.
He was fucking trolling me like a pro.
You know that bird goes back and nests like, you won't believe this fucking asshole I got.
This Luck of the Irish. Fuck him.
This fucking human.
And then I threw a fucking baby shit-filled diaper in his nest, and fuck him. Anyway, so this movie.
All right, yeah, this movie. All right.
But how about Bernard Fletcher from Freddy vs. Jason?
How about him?
Man, his back must hurt from carrying all the other actors and actresses in that fucking movie besides Robert Englund.
Yeah, Jesus.
Hey, remember when Kelly Rowlands, who was the chick from
Destiny's Child?
Remember when she said that crazy homophobic shit about Freddy's his sweater and shit?
That's right.
You know what? She ad-libbed that, so that can come back to haunt her 17 years later.
Yeah, she's canceled now because of that. So she said in a movie back in like 2000 or something, whenever that fucking movie was.
Destiny's Child. One more homophobic slur and you're canceled, bro. And Beyonce's just like, sha-na-na, sha-na-na.
She's got like $100 bills in her ears. She's like, I can't hear you through all this money. Anyway, so we open the movie with this blonde girl and a guy running through the forest being chased by some unseen pursuer. The girl tosses her backpack away as they run past this overgrown statue that's just out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Hey, here's a statue for no reason. The couple breaks the tree line, is in this open field with tall grass and ferns and all this shit. The guy gets grabbed and pulled down out of sight, and we hear the sound of him screaming as he gets ravaged by this unseen attacker. The girl drops down to her knees to try to like hide in the overgrown bush.
Manscaped.
She hears all this growling, but she can't tell where it's coming from. And sudden the guy lunges out of the foliage in front of her. He's reaching out for her head. He's like, ah! And she reaches out for him, but he gets dragged back into the underbush. The girl takes off running and ends up in another large open field. It has this large stone obelisk in the middle of it. She trips and falls because, of course, she does. It's a shitty horror movie. She stands up, sees the tall grass being rustled around, all the grass rustling around. She hears the sounds of this creature, and then from out of fucking nowhere, she gets tackled to the ground by the creature, which we still can't see, and then dragged off through the tall grass, out of sight. The camera pans over to the obelisk, roll the opening credits, over aerial shots of what's supposed to be the Irish countryside.
Does this remind you of a better movie called Jurassic Park Lost World? Because apparently leprechauns are related to velociraptors. Also, did you ever see Rawhead Rex?
Leprechauns hunt in packs. Did you know that?
Clever Goyle.
Yeah.
Goyle, whatever. Fucking close enough.
Clever lassie.
I just offended my people. That's great. No, they're going to be fucking around in the Irish landscape. They're going to knock over that totem, and Rawhead Rex is going to pop up and start pissing on priests. That is for the 3 people that know what that movie is.
We cut to the back of we cut to a flatbed truck driving down a rural forest road with our 4 main characters in the back. They're American tourists / backpackers. They're riding in the back of the truck. The truck drives to the large open field and stops, and where we see that stone obelisk in the background. The 4 Americans hop out of the truck. The driver of the truck points like, "Hey, village is that way. There you go." And then he takes off down he leaves. We know Ben, he pays the driver for the ride. Driver pulls away, leaves him alone.
Ben fucking sucks. And I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
What is this obelisk word you keep saying?
Obelisk?
Obelisk.
I
didn't go to college, man. You gotta help me out. I'm a dum-dum from college.
An obelisk is just basically just a giant stone. Like, okay, the
Kinda
Washington
like a
Monument.
Obelisk.
The Washington Monument is kind of like an obelisk. Just like a large stone structure.
All right.
Kind of phallic-y. But yeah, just a stone obelisk.
Well, in return, I will hit you with some knowledge. The dot above lowercase j's and i's are called tittles.
Ooh, that's titillating.
I'm gonna play some tiddlywinks
Tiddlywinks.
and not worry about this fucking movie.
It would be a better time.
No doubt. Hey, I was Allstate.
Dude, Tiddlywinks was great as a
Straight
kid.
up.
Do they even still make that anymore? Because I figure kids are missing out if you don't have Tiddlywinks. I have not seen a Tiddlywinks game since I was like 8.
Yeah, they have it. It's an app for the fucking iPod.
It's just an app now.
Digital tiddlywinks!
Actually, I think they remade it called Pogs or something like that back in the 90s.
Fuck that. Fuck that
Pogs.
noise. I'll fucking take my dick out and use it like a slammer.
So the four of them start their hike to the village, to the large field, and they walk up to the obelisk, and they briefly look at it, but for the most part, they ignore it and just walk past. As they walk through the field, they look over and see this older, gruff-looking, bearded man just standing there.
Seamus McBuckshot.
Yeah.
And I have in my notes, there's no way he'll come into play later. Sadly, he does not come into play later.
That's the thing. Like, they show this guy, rugged Irish man with a shotgun, just standing in an open field, this big field like a scarecrow or something, just standing there. Everybody looks at him like, ooh, that's creepy and weird. He's watching us. Never see him again, ever. He's never seen again.
And to get my obligatory playful jab at Aaron, since he's not here, I guess I have to put my foot in my mouth.
Oh!
He's going to beat the shit out of me Saturday. Hi-oh! In trivia.
So, we cut to our main four people arrive at this small country village. Sophie, the pretty dark-haired girl, stops to look through her Ireland travel guidebook and says something like, "This isn't right." But no one pays any attention to her, and they all just end up entering the local tavern. All the locals eye them as they walk in because, you know, it's like every scene in every movie ever when outsiders come to a small village.
Would you say they pop into the pint for some pubs?
Fuck!
Pop into the pub for some pints.
Oh.
Let me get some of this in me.
Some alliteration right there. Going for that alliteration. Alliteration. Ooh, that was a nice burp in my ear holes.
Thank you. That's the drinking game at home for our listeners. Drink every time, not just McWerewolf belches.
Good luck with that. You'll be in the hospital by an hour. All the locals, like I said, they eye them. They go up to the old lady barmaid. She's like 70 working at the bars.
The fucking
barmaid.
record scratches.
Yeah.
Dude misses his dart. Oh, wait, that's from a better movie called An American Werewolf in London.
They bring them all a pint. So they all get their pints. They sit and talk, and we learn that Sophie is a history major and is dating Dan, and that Sophie is thinking about leaving Berkeley for a while to join Dan at his school on the East Coast somewhere because he's like pre-med or some shit.
Rich people problem.
Yeah. Jenny and David, the other couple, they're dating as well. And David kind of looks like Donnie Wahlberg's younger brother. I just get, because he's got the right stuff.
I thought you were going to say douchey Wahlberg.
Douchey.
Because Ben is a fucking dick.
Dick. Yeah, he is. But David's supposed to be, I think, the comedy guy, but he's just not funny at all.
No.
Like, they try to write him as the funny one, but they failed horribly. Like, nothing he says is funny.
Like me.
Yeah, sadly.
Emo tears. Emo tears. Wait, tears in my beers.
Oh. So one of the locals overhears him talking and introduces himself to the group as Hamish. Hamish talks to them about the history of the village and tells them that the Cloca de Theus, a collection of enormous stone sculptures that were found in the middle of a cave.
Oh, like Stonehenge.
Yeah, basically like Irish Stonehenge.
Like from Halloween 3.
Yeah, that shitty movie.
We should have done that instead.
Well, we did do that. That was back on our episode 200, so you can go back and check that out if you haven't already.
Yeah, listeners. Our Moongoons.
So according to local lore and legend, that these sculptures are thought to be the oldest existing historical artifacts in all of Ireland and is the birthplace of, or the cradle of the Celtic civilization itself.
I could poke some holes in that theory.
Yeah. Sophie, fascinated by this, wants to know more and know why none of this is any of her tourist guidebooks, to which Hamish says, well, hey, there's a lot of things that we like to keep private around here and keep away from the tourist trade.
And then he says, have you ever heard the story of Plagueis the Wise? No, most tourist organizations wouldn't let you know a story of it. For our Star
Wars
listeners.
But I also want to say, can we say suspicious red flag number 1?
Oh, yeah.
Right there. There's this big, great secret, but you're not going to find that in books because we keep that shit hush around here.
It's a 7-mile hike from here.
Yeah.
Mile, what? No,
7
hour.
hours.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah.
What's the math there? I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that math.
Not for this fucking movie.
Because Sophie is like, oh, how can we get there? I want to go. And he's like,
so you're telling me it's up to Sophie? It's Sophie's choice. What we do for entertainment, Marshall.
Yep. Hamish tells me it's a 7-hour hike from here, but
Hamish.
Yes, Hamish.
One of my favorite dogs is named Hamish.
But they could always just stay in one of his cabins down the road and leave first thing in the morning and be back tomorrow night. David and Jenny are quick to accept the stranger's offer, but Dan doesn't want to because this was only supposed to be a day trip. He doesn't want to stay overnight. So they all turn to Sophie for her vote, and of course she's in because she's the history person. She's like, yeah, let's do it.
Well, they had to lull them away from the van that said free candy first.
Yeah, that was a little too obvious.
Right next to bad decision, fork in the road avenue. Fuck.
So Hamish tells them that he'll go call his son.
It's Hamish.
Hamish. I thought I said.
I know, I'm being an asshole.
Like, wait a minute. He says, I'll have my son come pick us up. So we cut to Hamish's, whatever. Hamma-lamma-ding-dong. Son Sean driving up in an old pickup truck. He picks them up. They all get in.
Captain Personality in this motherfucker.
Yeah, he is. Mr. Captain Charisma, man. Woo! Hamish gets in the cab while Sean, who's driving. Sheen. And the 4 others hop in the back and off they go. Sean says to Hamish, I thought you said there was only going to be a couple of them, to which Hamish says 4 is fine, son. Red flag number 2, which everyone ignores again as well.
You know what? Probably the best part in this movie as they're riding down the road because old girl's got a case of jigaboobitis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy like you, dude. Sophie asks Hamish about the stone obelisk outside the village, but gets no answers about them from him, other than the fact that they've been there for centuries. But he does go back into some more history about the village, telling them that about 15 years ago, they discovered gold in an old Celtic cave.
So you're telling me there's gold in them hills?
There's gold in them hills.
Miners' Massacre.
Uh-oh.
That was a good movie. A much better movie.
Yeah, it was.
Uh-oh! What's happening now?
All right, there we go.
For our EI listeners.
Yeah.
A little
call back to that episode. Where were we? Oh, and that there was another obelisk in the cave as well. There was a second obelisk in the cave where they found the gold. But eventually the cave collapsed, and things haven't been the same for the village since there.
What is the plural of obelisks? Obeliskitas?
Obelisk with an I don't know.
With
obli?
Obli. No, it's obli with a Z.
Obelisks.
Obelisks.
At this point, Ben notices the gold Rolex watch that Hamish is wearing and says, things can't be that rough, which Hamish says, hey, it was just a gift from a previous guest. Red flag number 3. Ding, 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 ding. They drive by a house, and we learned this is where Hamish and Sean used to live before the mine collapsed. Which I don't know why they don't live. Their house is perfectly fine.
Own that house.
Yeah. Where are they living now? Like, why are they still living there? There's no reason for them not to.
Wait, did we miss the part where the influencers start making fun of the size of his gun, and then he explains that there's a wild boar?
Oh wait, no, that was last week.
Yeah, that was
Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah,
that was Texas Chainsaw.
A better movie somehow.
What
up, Flippy boy?
But so. Just down the road from the old house is a small white cabin / cottage where Sean and Hamish drop off the group. Hamish unlocks the giant padlock on the front of the door, red flag number 4, lets them in. He tells them that there's no power, but hey, there's flashlights and lanterns, so have fun.
Well, as Tommy Jarvis from Friday the 13th Part 6 would say, padlock! It's a padlock!
As they are about to go in, the tall grass begins to move and strange sounds are heard. Sean tells the group to get behind him as Hamish grabs his double-barrel shotgun from the truck. They all see something running around in the tall grass. It's growling and snarling. Hamish fires at it twice, misses, but it causes the thing to run off.
Everybody fucking misses in this movie.
Everybody. They're like stormtroopers.
Yeah. We're so cute when we do that together.
So the group asks, what the hell was that? And Hamish says, probably just a wild boar. This area is teeming with them. Red flag number 5. I think we're on 5, but anyway, they ignore it.
That was this many.
Yeah, that many?
Yeah,
okay, it's that many.
Collinsville 5.
Once inside, Hamish and Sean give them a 6-pack of beer. So, hey, at least they gave him that.
Yeah, a pity fuck Guinness.
Yeah.
Sixer.
And they leave.
It's like, oh, I'll pay for it. He's like, don't worry about it. Or, oh, don't worry about it. I just set my people back fucking 10 years with that shit.
As Hamish leaves, he walks out to the truck. He hangs his gold Rolex watch on a nail that's sticking out from one of the porch support beams. There's a dangling there.
Oh, wait. Probably one of the best lines in this movie. Daniel's son goes out in the wood, or, he's like, we're out in the fucking woods. What was it? It was like, it's probably lions and tigers and chickens and shit.
Oh, yeah. I think you said that.
Yeah,
I think you said
that's,
that.
No, that's real.
That's real?
One of the very few quotable lines from this film that I will never say outside of the dungeon down here, man. I smell bacon.
So, night falls. We cut to Sophie and Ben in their room. Sophie asks Ben, like, hey, what do you think about me coming out to see you on the East Coast?
This dude is so not interested in this hotness.
Yeah. She's a hot girl, and she's like in her bra and underwear at this point now, too. She's stripped down.
Her what?
Bra and underwear.
Her
bra and
panties. But she has like a curapethethel, the shirt you put on over a bra. There's a term for that, like a curapus. No, that's what armadillos have.
But Ben doesn't really give her an answer. He kind of just kind of ignores her.
Like a twat.
But you can tell he is not thrilled about the idea at all. Upset, Sophie just gets in bed, goes to sleep, turns her back to him.
She needs to put some fucking drawers on and like a long sleeve shirt on, because she's getting bed bites like a motherfucker. Our Lord even knows what's in those funky ass shit bags.
Yeah. There's some bed bugs in there for sure. So over in the other room, Jenny and David, they're making out and going at it. She's on top of him in her underwear. She's about to take off her top or shirt.
And surprise, another layer of clothing.
Bam! No, David just passes out because he's been drinking so much and starts snoring.
Oh, you know what? They're not drinking Guinness, they're drinking Harp.
Harp?
Harp.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
Harp makes Guinness?
Fuck, I don't know, man.
Pretty sure.
I just drink this shit.
I mean, Guinness has a harp on it. It's their logo.
I'm not doing like a book report on it. I'm trying to get fucking hammered, dude. Touche.
So, pissed off, she decides she just rolls over and she goes to sleep too. But she is shortly woken up by the sound of something moving around outside. So she heads out to back out to the main room to look out the window, and she sees some kind of dark figure dash across the window in front of her. She screams, yells out for everyone to wake up. The other three come stumbling out of the bedrooms to see what's going on. Jenny tells him that she saw something out there and no longer wants to stay here. David decides to go have a look outside, but finds the front door is locked from the other side. So they've been locked in.
Red flag number 7.
7 now. Learning that they are trapped in the house, they all begin to get freaked out. There's a shot of a monster hand snatching the Rolex that's hanging off the nail outside. As the group freaks out, they also realize that the windows are barred as well, so they can't get out through the windows. Jenny sits on the floor next to the fireplace and cries. And then from out of the darkness of the fireplace, the same monster hand shoots out and rips the gold earring out of Jenny's ear and then retreats back into the fireplace.
Man, I hope you are super into blurry, out of focus creature effects, because that
you're
is
in for a treat.
95% of the movie.
If you like that, you're going to love this.
You know what the Leprechaun was saying? I want the gold. Give me the gold. I want the gold. And he fucking... Wait, do you know about the Leprechaun of Mobile, Alabama?
Yes.
Dude, that is my fucking favorite.
Yes.
He got the hold of the wrong stuff. He told him to climb up that tree and play a crackhead. And I love that logical dude with like the longest fingernails. He's like, well, actually what I think it's that when you cast a shadow with a flashlight. And everybody's like, shut the fuck up.
This here my granddaddy's
my
leprechaun flute.
great granddaddy,
This
who
is
was
a leprechaun
Irish.
flute.
It is obviously some fucking welding shops and craft project.
It's just like a pipe they drilled some holes in.
Dude, I think the best part of that is the artist rendition. You know what? When you put this shit on Instagram, be sure to snap that picture.
Aaron, you listening?
Yeah,
Look
buddy.
it up. You're the Instagram guy.
Dude, yes. And he is fucking killing it with the March.
The Horrible Horror March Movie Madness Tournament of Awfulness.
One more time for the people in the back row.
The Horrible Horror March Movie Madness Tournament of Awfulness.
Dude, he is killing it with that.
Yep, we are in the middle of that. So, guys, if you haven't already, keep a look on our Instagram page for the voting for the matchups is up. We are in the middle of round 1 right now. We just started, so you can get your votes in as Aaron posts the new matchups daily.
So, are you guys on the? Okay, so you're doing the Hattonfield bracket. You're doing the Camp Crystal Lake bracket.
We got
this
two
year.
brackets,
There is a third.
No,
bracket? What?
no, it's Crystal Lake and Haddonfield. Aaron's mixing it up though. He does it weird. Like he seems to go back and forth.
You know what? For
I always prefer just to go straight down one side and do one side first.
Oh, are you talking like
he's going bang? He's like ping ponging back and forth between the two brackets.
Like okay, opposed to the Mortal Kombat all the way down.
Yeah, see, we have a bracket drawn out, and I normally go down this way.
Damn,
do it all
baby, is
once,
that Crayola? That's
but
slick
he's
as
going
fuck.
this way.
All right, you know what? Just for you, Aaron.
There's another one. There's another one.
Where are we?
So, where were we? I don't know. Oh, so Jenny scrambles away from the fireplace screaming, not knowing what happened. David leans down to peer into the fireplace. And now we get Leprechaun vision.
Leprechaun.
Which just fucking sucks.
Gold!
This is pretty much just
the Predator.
Shitty Predator vision. Exactly. It's Predator heat vision. Only instead of seeing things like red hot, like red and oranges, and then the colds and blues and purples.
Yeah, like thermal temperature.
It's just, thermal vision, basically. It's just heat is gold.
Gold.
It's gold and then shades of black and gray.
All right.
That's all it is. It's gold vision.
Do you remember a Miners Massacre when we had...
I try not to, but yeah.
No, that was a fun episode. That car exploded twice, dude. Were we talking about... Was it the X-Men character Gold Vein, or did we make that shit up?
We made that up.
All right, because there's a dude called Gold Balls, and his shit is he shoots gold balls or something.
This one's new to me.
Yeah, I think it's Bendis did it in a later run, but I just found out about this shit called The Worst X-Men Ever. And so he's this little ginger-haired fuck. Life ain't doing him any favors.
Why gotta be a redhead, man? Why gotta be a redhead?
Yeah, we're redheads.
I know.
We're once. Moving on. So he found out his parents were, both of his parents are mutants, and it's like, hey, buddy. So did you ever hear of the fucking, it's like mid-thousands alt punk band called Say Anything? They do an amazing cover of Hey Dirty, Where's My Money by Old Dirty Bastard. Yes. All right, so it's this dude, not Seamus, but like Bemis. So he wrote this, and it's this kid, and so he goes to fucking, Charles Xavier's mansion, and and Beast is like, all right, dude, we took a blood test, and we figured out what your mutant power is. You can fucking blow up. He's like, that's awesome. He's like, no, it's not, because you can only do it once. And he's like, fuck. But it's like, well, we want you to stick around the mansion so you can kind of get a feel for your powers, so you don't you're fucking getting your dick sucked and then nuke half of fucking
go all, Hiroshima.
right, fucking Chernobyl on some shit. And long story short, I bought the book, and I don't know, we'll check it out at some point. It'll be fun.
So in gold heat vision, the Leprechaun is running around the main living room of this cottage, chasing everybody around. David scampers back. He chases the people around the room, but again, we never get a clear view of Leprechaun.
So
everything's just close up, blurry, fast shots of the monster.
Do you remember Creepshow?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember the monster in the crate segment?
Yeah.
All right, remember Fluffy? This looks like meth head, or this looks like crackhead meth head, meth lab explosion version.
I described him as later. We'll talk about it now. Later in the notes I had when we got a clear vision of him, I mentioned it. But he ends up he looked like a combination of one of the monsters from The Descent, mixed with a gray, hairless midget gorilla
from Congo.
Yeah,
one of old bald
Amy Band. Yeah, like he looks like a Descent monster fucked a midget gorilla and had a hairless baby
with half the budget.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
It just sucks because this is a WWE movie.
Yeah,
and you've seen some of their other movies and shit. They're doing it on a budgie, but Vince, you couldn't fucking
Yeah.
Put some fucking money.
I mean, and this isn't their first horror movie either. I mean, they did the first See No Evil.
They did both of them.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Those were dope.
First one was great. I love the first one. Second one, not so much. But
I enjoy it because the Soska sisters did it, but they just totally forgot the lore. Like, likes to eat eyeballs.
yeah, they did fuck up the entire movie.
Did you see they did one? It was called like Everybody Dies or something, and it's this
Heard of it.
dude is like not the Punisher, and it's fucking savage, man. We should do that.
They should do that. So yeah, it was disappointing because they do put money, and they've done like the whole Marine series, which is an expensive action movies and all that stuff.
Yeah, expensive like Steven Seagal movies now.
Yeah.
He's a sniper wearing Oakleys and shit.
I don't know, but it was a letdown because they did do so much better with See No Evil, and then they came out with this.
What was that, Jacob Goodnight?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
That's fun.
So
And we're back.
we're back. Basically all four of them make it to one of the bedrooms. They slam the door closed and they brace it up against to keep the raging leprechaun from breaking in.
Oh, you want to see my raging leprechaun?
Yeah, I do.
How much better would this scene would have been if they played Benny Hill music?
Yeah, that would. I like it. It's in my head right now, and it's making me smile so much.
If I could edit videos, man. If any of the Moongoons out there can edit videos, just do a 5-minute segment of that shit.
After a bit of banging on the door, everything goes quiet. Everything stops. After a few moments of silence, the leprechaun decides to do his best Miley Cyrus impersonation because he comes in like a wrecking ball. He comes crashing through the wall. And they quickly flip one of the beds on top of him. He's like, here's a bed.
Mattress is Leprechaun's only weakness.
An old mattress.
It probably has his jizz stains on it. He's like, I don't want it. I don't want it.
So they flip a mattress on top of him. They run out of the room, back into the main room. Deciding the only way out is the way it got in. So one by one, they start to crawl through the fireplace, which has like this back door hatch that leads to the outside, like a secret door, like because every fireplace has a secret door in it.
Secret hatch.
Like that's just weird. I'm not even sure what the point of that would be.
Well,
but,
for obvious leprechaun.
I mean, other
movies.
than leprechaun murdering shenanigans. So David, the last one left because he was trying to hold the bedroom door closed, runs for the fireplace. He dives and he starts to crawl out, but the leprechaun, now free, catches up to David and grabs him and starts ravaging, like just ravaging his leg. The other three manage to pull David out of the leprechaun's grip and out to the hatch, and they slam it, latch it closed, trapping the leprechaun in the house. However, David's leg severely fucked up. They all take off running for the old house in hopes of finding a phone.
Can we talk about how bad these friends suck? They just leave David in the dust.
Oh yeah, that's about to happen.
Oh, my bad.
That happens right here.
Hey, Marshall, what's about to happen?
Well, I'll tell you what about happens. So halfway there, David falls to the ground because his leg's fucked up. He can't stand on, and everyone just leaves him in behind.
What the fuck, dude? Like the guy,
his own girlfriend gone.
Yeah,
friends gone.
Dude, that's why everybody in this movie fucking sucks.
Yeah, just leave his ass.
Yeah, there's no hesitation, not even a look back. It's like, damn.
David screams for help. Dan even turns and sees David on the ground, like clutching his leg, like help, help. And Dan's like, fuck it. He just keeps on running. He runs for the house. Sophie does stop. She pauses, thinking about what she should do. The leprechaun's closing the gap fast and is nearly on top of David. So Sophie's fight or flight response kicks in, and she throws her lantern over David's head, which shatters on the ground behind David in a small fireball explosion, creating a small firewall between David and the leprechaun. So Sophie rushes back to David, helps him up, and with her help, they're able to make it into the house right before the leprechaun closes in on them and gets them.
You know what? I'm glad she threw to that firewall because I thought the Leprechaun was about ready to hack their VPN.
Yeah.
Tech joke!
Unfortunately, we're not sponsored by a VPN. Like, Nord, VPN, get it today. Nope, don't have that. Nord, you want to sponsor us? Sponsor us too.
I was just about to really say some real bad stuff. But hey, you can watch better movies on Netflix.
You can. Netflix kind of sucks lately for horror movies because they just put this new horror movie called Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Have you heard of this?
I've heard of it, and it fucking sucks. It's terrible. How's that chainsaw work after 50 fucking years in a wall?
All right, so
I can't.
No.
I can't go back there. I can't go back there.
I can't go back to there. I can never go back to Texas. No, but what if Leatherface was really into, like, you know, because it's hipstertopia, what if he was into refurbishing antique
chainsaws?
I'm going to stop.
Yeah. Okay. Leatherface is in the gentrification now.
Dude, that fucking mask, though. What the fuck?
It's terrible.
Man.
It's fucking terrible.
It's so dumb. It's not a good mask.
It looks like a saggy ball sack.
Oh, dude, straight up. He pulled the fatality from fucking Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah.
How the fuck did Sally get up, dude? She was like, it was like that fucking Johnny Cage fatality where he sticks the fingers in. Here's Johnny. Yeah. She should have been walking around like fucking Judge Doom all.
Like a fucking Venus flytrap on her chest.
Right, like the thing. Like the fucking thing.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, don't worry. There's going to be a sequel.
Right.
Wait, you didn't even see the after the credit parts.
He walks back. Yeah, I did. He walks back to the house.
Where the fuck's the logic in that? So, like,
yeah,
we're
I have a whole town here, but now I'm going to go back to a stinky little house.
We're tired of our special needs, son. See what I did there? We're... Junior, you cut up the door. We're done with you. We're going to ship you off to the orphanage. Well, oh my God, imagine that. Fucking Drayton rings the doorbell and it's Leatherface in a basket, like a tiny basket, revving his little chainsaw like, bam, 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 but he's full grown man.
Just drop him at the firehouse. They have to take him.
We just did the better movie.
Yeah,
Fuck
we did.
that.
So they make it to the house. They lock the door behind them, and inside they find a pile of car batteries all hooked up together to a switch.
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Sophie flips the switch, and about a dozen floodlights turn on outside the house. They start looking around for a phone while David rests his leg on the floor. Now, for some dumbass only in a horror movie reason, Sophie decides to look for a phone in the dark, creepy basement. Why? I don't know why. Because everybody knows you keep your telephone landline down in your fucking basement.
Yeah, you get the best reception. As I'm looking where there was once a phone jack currently in your basement.
Yeah.
See, she was thinking, we're living in 2014. She's thinking 2000 and dumb bitch. Dumb bitch.
Well played, Nachos.
Hey,
well played.
I'm an observant fellow. I'm gonna need another beer to get through this fucking movie. You good?
I'm good.
All right.
All right. So, where were we? Nacho's gonna go get his beer.
You were
I'm
explaining
a
fucking terrible movie,
yeah,
and making me suffer through it.
They're down in the basement, and they find piles of old shoes and clothing. And we cut to Hamish and Sean lean up against their truck out in the field, talking. And Sean's telling his dad that this doesn't feel right. And Hamish tells Sean that it's got to be done. It's never easy. Up drives another truck, and out gets a man named Ian. Hamish thanks Ian for coming and tells him that he doesn't think Sean has a stomach for this after all. So, okay, now we know there's another person in on this. It's like a whole town thing now.
Oh, the town's in it. Kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm going back to that well until it's fucking dry, just like the producers are doing.
So Sean asks if it would be easier just to leave the village at this point, and Hamish replies, "You don't just abandon your home because times get tough. Around these parts, you fight for what's yours."
What's yours? A bunch of fucking a dead mine, a dead town, a fucking lame pub. Scoot your ass
and a
into
murderous leprechaun gorilla thing.
Chud,
yeah.
Oh my God, it's rural Chud.
Rural Chud.
Chud 3, rural Chud.
Sean's like, what? By letting innocent people die? And Hamish says, they're not innocent. They're outsiders. They came here of their own free will. We're just giving them a little push in the right direction.
That's not healthy.
That's some fucked up logic. They're not innocent. They're just outsiders.
Kind of like Children of the Corn. Outlander, we have your woman. Did you know Linda Hamilton had a twin sister?
No.
Yeah, apparently Cincinnati Jeff met her at an Arby's restroom one time. Airport.
Was it a glory hole involved?
I mean, he was taken
Was
off.
it was an airport bathroom?
was
I mean,
taken
Arby's bathroom, something going on here? I don't know.
Ask him about it when you see him Saturday.
I just might do that.
This Saturday. Oh, shit.
Saturday. Actually, it's Sunday.
We're not supposed to talk about the thing in advance, otherwise we just...
Yeah, or you've cursed it now. Because
Luck of the Irish,
luck of the
motherfucker.
Irish, you fucking Irish cursed this. They all basically Ian says there should have been enough time by now, so they all get back in their trucks and they drive off. Sean's still upset by all this, says he doesn't... says there didn't have to be 4 of them. Again, Howard says, you knew there would come a time when you have to give us a helping hand rather than staying back where it's safe and letting other people do the dirty work.
Yep.
Sean argues back, saying, maybe if you all hadn't been so greedy and taken all the gold from its cave. Oh, snap. Hamish cuts him off, saying, maybe we'll increase our offering. We can buy us some lenience the next time. So at this point, the 2 trucks just drive off back to the cottage. We go back to the basement. Dan bandages up David's leg with some strips of old clothing. Jenny finds a work table covered in various personal belongings like glasses, cell phones, wallets, watches, etc. All this stuff. Butt plugs. Yep, they're there. Anal beads are there too. Sophie finds this old lore book and quickly starts scanning through it and finds a section
It's
that's
made of human flesh,
It is.
written in human blood.
the Necronomicron's there. She finds a section that tells of the Tuatha De Danann, aka the Leprechaun. However,
What the fuck you call me?
However, that is not what the Tuatha De Danann is. This brings us to our horrible horror educational moment. The Tuatha De Danann, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it as best I can, does not mean leprechaun in Gaelic or Celtic mythos. The Tuatha De Danann, meaning the folk of the goddess Danu, also known by the earlier name Tuath De, are a supernatural race in Irish mythology. They are thought to represent the main deities of pre-Christian Gaelic Ireland. The Tuatha De Danann constitute a pantheon whose attributes appeared in a number of forms throughout the Celtic world. The Tuatha De dwell in the other world but interact with humans and the human world. They are associated with ancient passage tombs such as the Bruna
Whoa, Marshall,
Boinaini,
stop all your head. Don't start reciting
were
that shit.
seen as portals to the other world. Their traditional rivals were the Fomorians, who seem to represent the harmful or destructive powers of nature, and who the Tuatha De defeat in the Battle of Mag Tuired. Each member of the Tuatha De has associations with a particular feature of life or nature, but many appear to have more than one association. Many also have by-names, some representing different aspects of the deity, and others belonging regional names or epithets. Much of Irish mythology was recorded by Christian monks who modified it to an extent because, of course, they did. They then depict the Tuatha De as kings, queens, and heroes of distant past who had supernatural powers. Other times they are explained as fallen angels who were neither good nor evil. However, some medieval writers acknowledge that they were gods. They also appear in tales set centuries apart, showing them to be immortal. Prominent members of the Tuatha De include the Dagda, who seems to have been a chief god, the Morrigan, Luke, Nuada, Angus, Brigard, Manannan, the god of sea, and Dian Chek, a god of healing. The Tuatha De eventually become the Eos Sea or fairies of later folklore, but not fucking leprechauns. Get that shit right. So there's your educational moment. This movie's wrong about its Irish history and lore. They twisted it for their own
bullshit
purposes. Yep.
Also, my boy Samhain.
Samhain, yeah. Sam Hain, Samhain.
You're breathy.
Yeah. Anyway, so also in the book, she finds entries to the obelisk, which Sophie concludes act as a magical barrier that the leprechaun cannot go past. How she figures this out, we don't fucking know. She sees a picture of one and says, oh, that must be a magical force field.
Marshall, I got it.
Okay.
She saw the sign of thorn and realized, oh, sorry, you're drinking. Spit take!
I almost spit over my microphone on that one.
And then realizes she could throw down some fucking Lucky Charms.
Okay.
You made my dick hard there for a moment. I had legit goosebumps. Well played, sir. Well played.
So somehow she figures this out, that these obelisks are a magical force field that the leprechaun can't go past because it's fucking stupid bullshit, and there's no way she would figure that out.
Well, fancy rich people college, you know.
Anyway.
Say that.
Yeah. So she also learns that the village The villagers took all the gold from the cave, and this is what happens when you take the leprechaun's gold, that you have to make amends until the debt is paid in full. This leads them to the conclusion that they are being used as sacrificial offerings to the leprechaun. They decide, of course, now that they have to escape the house and to make it to the stone obelisk. If they can make it to the obelisk, they'll be safe from the leprechaun. Because, again, magic force field. He can't go past it.
Like Demon Knight. That movie's dope. You ever see Demon Knight?
Oh, I'm thinking, now, I was having flashbacks. I was thinking Night of the Demon.
That movie's dope,
That
too.
movie's dope.
Man.
The fucking raging
Dude,
Bigfoot that's just ripping off dicks and shit.
That's Night of the Demon.
That's what I said.
I thought that's what I said, Dr. Jones. That's what I said.
That's what I said. I said Night of the Demon.
Dude, Night of the Demon.
That is a great movie.
AKA the movie where Bigfoot rips that dude's dick off.
Yep. And rapes a woman.
It takes an axe and fucking James that.
Dude, that movie's amazing.
You guys did that,
We did
right?
that episode. We did that. You
Okay.
go back, check that out in our archives too. It's a good one.
Well, the Here Comes the Spooky podcast did that as well.
Oh, I did not know you guys did that one as well.
Oh yeah, we did that early on. It's a banger.
It is. So where was I?
So if we ever do a movie live, we just do that.
Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Meanwhile, Ian, Hamish, and Sean all pull up to the couch expecting to find 4 dead American tourists, but instead find the place empty and signs of a struggle. They rush back to their trucks. They see the lights on at the old house down the road, so they race down to the old house. Hearing them coming outside, the 4 friends in the basement all arm themselves with various weapons they find in the basement, hide in the darkness of the shadows. Sean comes down the stairs, shotgun in hand, and easily finds him because they're just standing there.
Their sneak game is lame. They could have gone Metal Gear with a fucking cardboard box over
They can't
something.
done anything.
They're like, move real still. He can't see us if we don't
They
move.
go Jurassic Park again. They like T-Rex.
He's like, wait, no, that's a prehistoric dinosaur, not
That's a T-Rex, yeah.
not an Irish man.
He won't see us if we don't move.
Fuck. Fuck this. Fuck this movie.
But before Sean doesn't do anything. He hesitates and struggles with what to do. But before he can make a decision on what to do anything, Hamish, whatever.
Hambone!
Hamish, he comes downstairs armed with his shotgun. Sean says maybe they've earned their freedom. But Hamish won't give in and says, you have that thing come back to our village, start preying on us again. Or we can't let him go.
Hey, jackass, guess what? Fucking change your zip code.
Yeah, just move.
Bye.
Sophie begs him to just let them go, but Hamish tells her to be quiet, while Sean at this point is starting to break down emotionally.
Oh.
And that's when gunshots are heard outside.
Bang, bang.
Hamish runs back upstairs, ordering Sean to follow him and bolt the door behind them to make sure that the Americans can't get away. Outside, Hamish rushes around the property looking for Ian. He goes to the remains of the old barn and finds Ian, who has gotten the old Jamie Lloyd treatment and has been impaled on a piece of farming equipment.
Are you telling me we got 2 Halloween 6 references in one episode?
Yeah, we did.
And director's cut?
Yeah, we did.
Mad love for Halloween 6 and the producer's cut.
However, Ian is still clinging to life as Hamish walks up to him. But as Hamish walks up to Ian warns Hamish that the leprechaun's like, he's behind you. Hamish spins around, fires a few shots, but misses, as always.
Surprise.
He misses everything. And then we get more leprechaun gold heat vision POV bullshit. Hamish breaks the window and leaps out of the window to get away from the charging leprechaun gorilla thing. So the leprechaun turns his attention back to Ian and kills him as Hamish runs away.
I think the only shots Hamish doesn't miss are at the pub.
I think so.
Hi-yo!
Hi-yo!
Ow, I hurt my people.
So, meanwhile, Sophie uses the axe she has to break open the basement door, finds Sean there guarding the door with his shotgun, but Sophie just looks at him and then slowly takes a few steps towards him. Sean lowers his gun, just lets them go. He doesn't do anything. So they all run out of the house, over to the truck, but can't find the keys. So they take off running on foot for the stone obelisk.
So you're telling me, just like the poster behind you, she can't find the keys?
Yep.
It's Halloween. It's a Halloween reference.
Where was it? So yes, they're running on foot. They make it to the road and flag down this oncoming car, which is being driven by the little old lady that worked at the tavern.
From Pasadena.
The little lady from Pasadena, yes.
In a raspberry beret.
Yep.
Wait, what?
There's nobody meaner than the little old lady from Pasadena.
Dude, she...
Anyway,
I'll let you have
that's a
this.
good song. So the lady lets them in. She loads them up into her car and she drives off. They drive for a bit and they come to a wooded area where the old lady stops the car. She gets out of the car, tells them to sit tight.
She looks like a Helen.
Fiona, a Mary, Helen. I don't know. I think her name actually is Mary. Now that I think about it.
Gertrude.
I don't know.
To the IMDb.
Up drives Hamish and Sean in their truck. Done. The group in the car panic and try to get out, but they find that they're locked in the car because, I don't know how that works.
It was just like in the last Chainsaw movie when Sally locked the two sisters in the car.
God damn it! Can't get rid of that movie.
Nope.
But yeah, I don't understand how they're locked in. Like they're like you just unlock it, just get out. Like there's not a cop car.
Right. Oh, you know she could have kitty locked that shit.
The child locks.
Did you roll the fucking window down?
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about child locks, but yeah, I just rolled the window down. That shit ain't got power window. These are old cars. That's the manual. Crank that window down.
The Emmanuel Lewis.
So with guns raised, Hamish and Sean open the car and order everybody out. Once out of the car, Hamish and Sean hold them at gunpoint. There's some back and forth conversation here. And while that's going on, David is able to slyly pass Dan like this metal pipe that he had.
Were you trying to tell me he gave him the pipe?
He gave him the pipe. He's laying some pipe down. Dan charges Hamish. Sean tries to intervene, but Dan just elbows him in the face, sending Sean to the ground.
Are you telling me there's a Danny Brook?
Danny boy?
Oh, Danny Brook. It's a term. It's for fisticuffs.
Oh. Well, I was going Danny boy.
Hey,
for
we're
dropping.
dropping. We're dropping. Oh, Danny. That's what I say when I crank a wicked growler. Danny boy. The pipes are calling.
Yeah.
We're just dropping knowledge. This is a
knowledge.
fucking educational
It is.
episode.
You were getting edumacated in this one.
Edumacated.
So Dan and Hamish struggle with each other. Sophie charges in, leaps on Hamish's back, but she gets knocked out cold by the old lady who hits Sophie over the head with something that I couldn't make out.
She pulls her fucking dildo out.
Yeah. Could be.
Dildo shillelagh.
The shillelagh. The shillado.
Shillelagh O'Connor.
Shillelagh O'Connor.
And she got kicked off of SNL for Shillelagh O'Connor. Moongoons. Somebody photoshopped that.
So when Sophie wakes up, she finds herself along with the others tied up to trees with various gold jewelry around their necks. Because apparently this cave that the villagers robbed was like One-Eyed Willie's treasure trove. Because like it's everything it's just gold necklaces and tacky jewelry. Like, are they from Jersey or something?
Hey, you know what?
Fuck?
Better than pearl necklaces.
I guess so.
You know what? I bet you Helen/Mary works for fucking Claire's at the mall because old girl wakes up with the tongue piercing. Did she have that already? And dude,
thank you. We're about to talk about that.
And that's a little gaudy. I mean, there's a guy that likes to get his ween sucked. I just don't. With the gold, why would gold in your mouth and you're gonna get gold poisoning?
Yeah,
is that a thing? Gold poison?
I would think so. I was going to talk about that in just a minute here.
All right,
I actually want to because yeah, they wake up with all this gold necklace jewelry around their neck. And they hear the sounds of Leprechaun darting around in the darkness before it just pops up next to them. More gold heat vision crap. We get some better glimpses of Leprechaun at this point, but we still don't get a solid look at him yet. And when we do get shots, and like I said, they're just super close-up, blurry shots.
And I don't care.
Exactly.
It's bad.
From what we can see, this is where I said it looks like a mashup of Descent and a Hairless Gorilla. We'll move on. The Leprechaun goes around each one of them, growling and snorting at them. And it settles on Jenny. Now, what it does next really doesn't make any sense other than just for pure gore or shock value.
Jenny from the block?
Jenny from the block.
She used to have a little, but now she's got a lot.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, a lot of gold.
So instead of going for the giant gold necklace around her neck, which it should do, which would make sense because it wants gold, it would go for the big gold necklace.
Just like Debo.
Instead, the Leprechaun decides to reach into Jenny's mouth and rip out her tiny little tongue piercing.
Is this
what?
You know what? I'll give that effect a thumbs up.
The effect, sure, but it doesn't make any fucking sense. When the Leprechaun lore or motive, it's going after gold and wants as much gold as possible, so it would value the larger pieces of gold, which would be the blatantly visible necklace around her neck.
He's not
this shitty little tongue piercing, which, by the way, up until this point in the movie, we had never even seen before.
Well, there was a deleted dick sucking scene where she's deep throating a shillelagh.
Oh, is that the deleted footage? That's in the producer's cut?
Yeah, the producer.
That's the Harvey Weinstein cut.
Are you sure you don't want a beer? I think you might have earned at least one.
So, I don't know. It's just fucktarded. That's all it is. It's fucktarded.
100% fucktarded.
Okay. So if they want to go for more gore and shock, just have the neck. Like at this point, like if that's what they want, I would just have the leprechaun rip the necklace off like so hard that it takes their head off with it,
Or just choke somebody out with it.
well, that's not very gore. I think if they're going for gore shock value.
Oh, but like their eyes pop out.
There you go.
See, there's our movie. Our movie's way better already.
It's always better.
And it also has nothing to do with this plot or script.
No.
Maybe that good actor who plays Danny. Keep him. He's good.
Okay.
Moving on.
Anyway, David yells at the leprechaun to leave Jenny alone, so it turns his attention to David. Seeing the gold chains hanging around his neck, it lashes out with a clawed hand, rips the chains off, and doing so, the claws also rip open large bloody gashes across David's stomach, but also in doing so, cuts through the ropes that were binding David to the tree. So Leprechaun turns his attention to Ben and Sophie next, allowing David to slip free and scamper away, leaving the others behind.
This is so dumb. I have... Continue?
Okay.
Yes.
I thought you had some. The leprechaun growls in Sophie's face, and we see David then come limping back with like a machete or something.
He could have gotten the fuck out, but
Yeah.
guess what he did? He came back to help his friend.
He did, because he's ride or die.
He's the MVP motherfucker.
He is.
He's a... Yeah, boy.
So he uses the machete. He cuts Jenny free. Leprechaun sees David and now goes after him. David drops the machete because, of course, as he backs away, Jenny scrambles out of her binds, grabs the machete, and she uses it to start cutting the others free. At this point, the leprechaun has pounced on David and has him pinned to the ground. With everyone free, Jenny rushes at the leprechaun,
What
but
the
it turns
fuck
and growls at her.
happens?
Yeah.
I mean, you have a machete.
Yeah.
You have a bloody machete.
Yeah.
You know, go for the kill and blow, or at least take a bite out of crime or something.
Exactly.
But she straight bitches out.
The growl was so forceful that it causes her to slip. The leprechaun goes, "Arr," and she goes, "Ah," and she slips, falls on her ass.
Well, Marshall, you know bitches be slipping.
Bitches be slipping. Sophie and Ben help her up, and the three of them run away.
What does Ben scream?
Ben says, "He's dead.
Leave him. He's already dead."
Yeah, leave him. He's already dead. Something like that.
What a fucking UK cunt.
Yeah,
Fuck
David
that guy.
just gets ravaged and killed by the leprechaun. And all we see of David's death, though, is some POV gold heat vision close-up bullshit of David's face. It fucking sucks. It's terrible.
The Midas sight, Midas
touch. Yeah.
touch.
Midas sight, I get. Midas vision. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck that.
As they run, Sophie says they're going back to the cabin.
For David.
All right, may he rest in peace. They're gonna go back to the cabin so they can kill it. They make their way back to the cabin and come up with a plan to lure the leprechaun in and ambush it. So the plan is that they hang a gold necklace off the front of the fireplace mantle in the main room, kind of like it's a stocking at Christmas. Then they have Jenny hide under the back porch by the secret fireplace hatch, so she can lock it behind the leprechaun after it enters, trapping the leprechaun in the house where Sophie and Ben are lying in wait with axes and machetes. The three of them take up their positions and wait. After a bit, the leprechaun shows up. We cut inside with Sophie and Ben, who are standing next to the fireplace waiting. We see shadows of something moving back and forth in the fireplace tunnel. So they raise their weapons, ready to strike down when it comes through. And that's when, for some fucking reason, Jenny comes sliding through the fireplace on her back, screaming.
Buddy, it's because the leprechaun fucking slid her ass in.
Yeah, so before they realize it's Jenny, Sophie and Ben strike down with their weapons, which strikes Jenny square right in the face, pretty much causing her head to explode in a bloody mess.
This was fucking awesome.
This was an actually good kill. This was a good effect.
They striked her down with hatred.
With all her hate.
Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to cackle this episode.
As awesome as this kills look, it does make me laugh when I actually think about what must have happened in order for this to be the outcome. Because the leprechaun would have had to drag Jenny out from underneath the porch, then push her through the fireplace hatch head first on her back, and do all that without making Jenny scream, which would have warned Sophie and Ben inside that something was wrong. So if you think about that, this kill is fucking nonsense. It's insanity.
Well, the leprechaun can do it because it's luck of the Irish.
Yes. But after murdering their friend, Ben and Sophie flee the cabin.
They straight chowder her fucking skull. She turns into a
mush.
A fucking Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Lady or Pac-Woman.
Miss Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man.
Miss
Fuck
Pac-Man.
me.
Sophie and Ben flee the cabin, run back to Ian's truck. That's back of the house. As they run, Sophie trips and falls. And again, Ben does not stop to help her, but keeps running for the truck.
And also bitches be tripping.
Yeah. She gets herself up, catches up to Ben. They both manage to get into the truck right before the leprechaun catches them. Once in the truck, the leprechaun backs off for a bit, giving them a chance to catch their breath and evaluate their situation.
Well, that's nice of them.
Yeah, it's very nice. They instantly realize they don't have the keys, but their reprieve is short-lived as the leprechaun starts attacking the truck with some hit-and-run guerrilla tactics.
Just like in the original.
Yeah.
Which is a much better movie.
Mm-hmm. And just like the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park, I think. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, one of them.
I think we'll say don't.
You know what? I think the Dilophosauruses are back in the new one.
Oh.
Because they were like the coolest. They're like, yeah. I'm doing.
Look out, they spit.
Yeah, they don't swallow. Except for Nedry's face.
That's right. They do swallow that.
Shut up, Newman.
Boom! Where were we? Oh, during one of the downtimes here, Sophie asked Ben why he didn't come back for her when she fell. He gets defensive, saying that he was getting to the truck so they could get the fuck out of here. That's why I left, because I had to get to the truck.
Or you just you're a terrible boyfriend, terrible friend, terrible person.
Yeah.
You suck. You should have died way earlier on in this movie. Spoiler alert, he dies.
Sophie spots Ian's dead corpse still impaled on the farm equipment and decides that he must have the keys. The leprechaun starts attacking the truck again. Sophie gives Ben a road flare from the glove box and tells him she needs a distraction.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, so she can get to the keys. At this point, the leprechaun's destroying the truck, trying to reach them. Ben and Sophie bail out of the truck. She runs for Ian's body while Ben goes all Sam O'Neill. Or no, this was was this Sam O'Neill? This was
Dr.
Ian
Grant Dr. Alan Grant did it first.
Alan Grant.
Then Ian Malcolm did it later.
Thank you. Anyway, he goes to Jurassic Park with the rig first. Hey, over here. And so it works. The leprechaun goes after Ben. Where was it? This allows Sophie to get the keys off of Ian and make it back to the truck. But as she goes to get into the truck, the leprechaun's waiting for her on the passenger side. He just pops up like the Dilophosaurus.
Also, Ian wasn't dead yet. I thought he just died properly or what? No, he was dead.
He was dead already.
Ah, shit. Well, here's the joke I was going to use earlier. Well, at least Ian died what he loved doing, getting impaled with farm implements and getting shredded by cryptozoological creatures.
Well, technically, we could retcon that because that's exactly what happened to him. You just say it happened earlier.
Yeah.
The
thing you said.
Thing I said.
And dinosaurs.
Oh
my God, no, seriously, there are so many fucking parallels.
Until we had this conversation, I did not realize that, but you were fucking right. Like, I think the people who wrote this were just like smoked a joint and while they were watching Jurassic Park.
And then fucking Mrs. Potato Head starts talking in that goblin voice. That's a callback. No, dude, see, I think the telltale sign was when Mr. DNA pops up and he goes, Dino DNA, this leprechaun. And then I said fucking double love letter to Michael Crichton because these motherfuckers look like Congo.
They can't breed in the wild because they're all female. And then Sophie's going to be like, nature finds a way.
Nature. They're in the pub and they fucking dip their finger in the harp and it fucking slides. Nature finds a way.
The Guinness on the bar just starts vibrating, little ripples run through it. Boom, boom,
So
boom,
you missed the part where they're in the basement of the house. Fucking old girl finds the phone and she calls it and says, "We got the phone lines working, Mr. Hammond." And then Samuel L. Jackson's fucking arms. God, let's just talk about Jurassic Park, Marshall.
And she's running through the kitchen. And she closed the door because the leprechauns can't open doors yet, right? They don't know how to open doors.
Nah.
But oh shit!
But
this one figures out how to open the door.
And then fucking Andrew's like, you didn't say the magic word.
And they hide the leprechaun's gold in a Barbasol can that gets covered in mud because of the rainstorm that comes in.
That's right. Dude, my favorite part is when David is climbing down the electric fence.
Yeah.
He goes, gah, 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 and fucking shoots into Hamish.
Yep. That's a good one. And they have to sleep in a tree to get away from the leprechauns on the ground.
No, that's Hatchet. Did you guys do Hatchet?
We haven't done Hatchet. Hatchet was a good movie.
Dude, I mean, like, nah, they're dumb, but they're fun.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so this movie.
So, yeah.
And then Blue shows up, and then Star-Lord's like, okay, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
So she and Ben make a run for the house, and for some reason they decide to run through the remains of the old barn, which also seems to share a door with the house, which is really weird because I've never seen this before.
Yeah, it's an add-on.
Yeah, I get it's like, I don't know why you don't just run for the front door, but instead they take the long way around through an old barn that's in ruins. And then, but basically the door to the barn is also like the back door to the house. It's fucking
so
strange.
I want to see this broken down like a family circus.
Yeah, where you think those dots, the path they take.
And then I want to see Jeffy looking up at the mom, who's the director. He's like, Mom, why can't this be a better movie? And then he gets eaten by a velociraptor.
They make it into the house and they try to lock the door behind him. But the leprechaun bashes the door, sending Ben falling to the ground. Sophie runs out of the room. Ben's able to scramble to his feet. Where was I?
I don't know.
Ben scrambles to his feet and follows Sophie to the front door, which they frantically try to unlock. The leprechaun grabs Ben by the ankles and drags him to a nearby open door.
Leprechaun is that the new COVID strain?
Yeah. As he gets dragged away, he yells at Sophie to run for the attic, which she does. So the leprechaun now goes all Mortal Kombat fatality on Ben.
Finish him.
And it slices Ben's back open, like with one hand, just slices his back open, and then with one hand rips Ben's spinal cord out of his back, killing him.
Fatality.
So you're trying to tell me she was running up the stairs?
She's running up the stairs instead of out the front door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. He's on fire! It's not just the herpes tonight. It's a character's name, right? Herpes?
All right. Jesus. So Sophie makes it up to the attic. She tries opening the windows, but they won't budge. Looking around the attic,
the landlord painted over them.
Yeah. She spots a small door on a wall, at least like this crawl space. So she crawls to that and hides inside.
It's about Warwick Davis height.
Exactly. The leprechaun creeps up to the attic looking for Sophie. At this point, I do want to mention something that I did find really annoying in some of the camera work here. Just
now. This is the camera work that upsets you.
Well, this is, yeah, I mean, it's all bad, but like I said earlier, we mentioned that when we see the leprechaun, it's in super close-up shots, and that's still the case most of the time, but the other thing that they do now that's really fucking annoying, and it's not just on shots of the leprechaun either, but they just start dropping focus for no reason. Like, sometimes it will show a leprechaun, like, up, and then it'll just drop focus and everything goes blurry.
Yes.
And then there's times, like, in the act, it shows a shot of the attic. Here's just the attic, and here's all this junk, and then it just drops focus on the attic, and everything goes blurry for no reason at all, and it's really fucking annoying.
No, I could get behind that on the sole reason. Who's left? Sophie?
Yeah.
All right, so if she, like, had, like, reoccurring, like, woozies from getting cracked in her head.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing this movie's
That would actually,
job
yeah, if she
for
was
it.
a little woozy or concussed, that would, like, if it was Sophie's, but it's not, it's just random. Here's the leprechaun, now it's all blurry. Here's the attic furniture, oh, now it's all blurry. Like, what's the fucking point?
Right.
It's so dumb.
So I get that was an effect they did in the early aughts, that like choppy, slow-mo, speed-up zoom shit, but,
I don't even remember that in this one.
no, they do it in Freddy vs. Jason. Do you remember when they're in the rave scene and it's really lazy. It's like out of focus, kind of swooping. You know what? We'll talk about this off air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's the not phonographer. What the? That's
Cinematographer?
Yeah, I was like, who's the motherfucker in court? Stenographer?
Steganographer or something like that. Yeah, court steganographer.
What, she got all those plates on her back?
Yeah.
Jurassic Park!
Anyway, so the leprechaun finds the crawl space door, opens it up, because it can open doors now. It sticks its head in there, and it sees Sophia curled up like in the fetal position in the back corner.
Clever lass.
It looks at her and growls a bit, but doesn't go in after her. It just stands there with his head sticking in through the doorway going, "Arr."
He's afraid of the dark.
I think he is. Like, he just stands there. He has her cornered. She can't go anywhere. He just stands there. So, and then from out of fucking nowhere, Sean shows up, shooting the leprechaun, ba-bam, 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 chasing it away.
Would you say Sean showed up and saved her corned beef?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
We're almost done. Let's fight. What did Coltrane say in Years of War? Fight through the pain!
So, he shoots, and again, he misses. Nobody hits anything. Every fucking shot.
Time.
The leprechaun's bobbing and weaving, ducking and jiving around the attic.
Space Invaders. You shoot where they're gonna be, not where they were.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He's dodging all the bullets like he's in the fucking Matrix.
Like Cassius Clay.
Eventually, the leprechaun gets away. Sophie exits the crawl space, runs down the stairs where she sees Ben's dead body. But in comes Hamish, who holds her at gunpoint.
Ben, you used to have a fucking spine.
Sean joins them now. Hamish tells Sean that he's done real good. Sean looks at Sophie, says he's sorry. Sophie and Sean look at each other for a moment, and then Sean has
an unnecessary daddy.
His Grinch, his heart grew 3 sizes that day, and Sean tells her to run. And then Sean spins around and aims his shotgun at his dad. He tells Hamish to put the gun down. Hamish calls Sean a fool.
What even happened here?
I don't know. Sean's nearly in tears now. Asks his dad, "How are you going to shoot a girl? Is that what you become, a murderer?" Easy. Hamish yells back, "You want to shoot me? Then shoot me." But then he lunges for Sean's gun. They end up fighting over the shotgun. During the struggle, Hamish stumbles and falls down the basement stairs. While he falls, we hear the sound of some bones snapping or breaking as he rolls down the stairs. At this point, the leprechaun comes barreling down and crashing into the room. Sean takes aim at it, but the leprechaun just kind of stands there looking at Sean. Sean doesn't do anything. Instead, the leprechaun hears Hamish moaning downstairs in the basement. So the leprechaun's like, "Oh, all right." And he just goes down the stairs, leaves Sean alone. Sean collapses on the floor in tears as we hear the leprechaun like devouring and murdering Hamish as he gets mauled and killed by the leprechaun.
Marshall, do you know how you shoot a lady?
How do you shoot a lady?
Easy. Buckshot isn't sexist.
That's rough.
What? It don't discriminate.
It don't discriminate.
It doesn't care about the pay gap. It's just there.
It's true.
All right.
So again, we don't actually see any of Hamish's death.
Heaven forbid they had to pay for a fucking effect.
We get this more blurry close-ups and shitty gold heat vision POV. It's garbage. Meanwhile, Sophie has made it to Ian's truck. She's gotten in. She starts it up and peels off down the road. But now the leprechaun is saying like the fucking T-1000 and just pops up in the back of the truck bed. Like, it was just in the goddamn basement eating Hamish. And now it's somehow how many hundreds of feet away in the back of this truck that's speeding down the road.
See, just like Santa Claus, the leprechaun is in the smile of children. So pretty much this turns into Halloween 4 at this point.
Yeah.
But nowhere is good.
She starts swerving back and forth, trying to shake the leprechaun off.
Well, she had too much harp earlier.
It gets on top of the roof of the truck and starts beating down the windshield, breaking it. Next, it punches through the back window, grabs Sophie, but she elbows it in its like gnarly muzzle.
Its head zone.
Making it release its grip on her. So back up to the roof it goes and start bashing on the windshield some more. Sophie intentionally crashes the truck, sending the leprechaun flying off.
Frumbuggers!
During the crash, Sophie bashes her head on the steering wheel, busting open her forehead. Bloody and groggy, Sophie tries to restart the truck, but it won't start. So she hops out, starts limping away as fast as she can as the leprechaun stands back up. We cut to a shot of the sun rising now because apparently this whole thing took 12 hours, which is bullshit.
It fucking felt like
it. Does feel like it. Jesus Christ. And then back to Sophie running through the woods. She ends up back where we saw the opening couple of the movie. She runs past that overgrown statue we saw before. She trips over the opening girl's backpack, and so she decides, instead of getting up and continuing to run, she says, "Yo, what's this bitch got? I'm gonna rummage through her stuff while being chased by a murderous leprechaun."
I mean, I ain't going out with no fucking consolation prize.
So she starts rifling through the girl's backpack and finds a handful of gold coins. The leprechaun pops up in front of her just because he's like Nightcrawler now and he's bamfing all over the place. Sophie backpedals up against the statue. She looks to her left and finds the machete that the opening guy had left sticking out of the ground.
Oh, the machete.
The machete. She lures the leprechaun in close to her, then says, "Fuck you, Lucky Charms."
Oh, I know that. I know that line.
Yes.
That's from a much better movie.
Yes, it
and
is.
that is saying a lot.
Yes. Then tosses the gold coins up into the air, distracting the leprechaun. While it's distracted, she grabs the machete, and in one perfect swing, she cleaves the leprechaun's head clean off of its shoulders, killing it. With the leprechaun dead, she makes her way back to the stone obelisk. As she crosses through the large open field and to the obelisk, we start hearing what sounds like multiple leprechauns growling and snarling and running through the tall grass.
But wait, there's more?
Sophie runs past the obelisk, blackout, loud growls and snarling, roll credits. That's fucking Leprechaun Origins.
Ba 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 ba. We made it.
We made it, but we didn't. No, we don't. This movie doesn't deserve the victory music.
I call this Leprechaun Orgy.
That's even too nice for this movie.
I know.
Orgies insinuate something pleasurable and fun. This is not that.
No.
This is like Leprechaun
hysterectomy.
Masturbating with sawdust or sandpaper edition.
Ooh, like
crying while masturbating with sandpaper. That's what this is. Yeah. Leprechaun crying while masturbating sandpaper.
I told you what I do for fun and fucking
sorry.
Off air. Sorry. Come on, Mark.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Oh, do you know what I call my Crone book? The Necronomicon.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right. So that's the fucking movie.
Yep.
It's all bad. Let's move on.
It's all bad.
Don't act like you didn't love it. Favorite kill.
All right. Favorite kill, Nachos. What's your favorite kill?
Oh, that hatchet-faced bitch. Was it Turtle Tits or what's her face?
Jenny?
Jenny. Dude, that was dope. Yeah, that's pretty much like the only...
It's basically that or Dan, which were the only two ones you got any kind of effect on.
Oh. No, that hatchet face, that's way better.
Okay. For me, Dan's is pretty brutal, but the best is probably, Jenny's got the best effect. I mean, just when her face explodes, that's the one thing they actually
she gets
spent time on.
Yeah, I mean, straight up how Dan's effect is, he's just laying on his back, you have the spine dipped in fucking cherry pie, and you're like, bloop.
Yeah.
And Ginny, that was a fucking dummy head they hit with the chapa.
Yeah.
I had chopped.
Yeah, so we both agree we're gonna go with Jenny's head explosion. Basically, is our favorite kill. Moving on.
She got
Just
chowder.
when you thought it was over, here comes the odds and ends.
It's all right, Nachos. It's okay. You're not gonna get flogged for speaking during the soundbite.
The night is young.
It is young. Don't make me get out my cat of nine tails on you.
Or your shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Or your what was it? Shadildo Connor.
Shadildo Connor. All right, so ratings. IMDb gives it a 3.2 out of 10.
They're pretty fucking generous. I think they've given some of the Friday the 13th movies less than that.
Rotten Tomatoes. We have a very special occasion tonight.
What do you got?
Joining rarefied company alongside Slaughter High.
Oh.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, you guys did
Brainiac. Leprechaun 2. Troll 2. repossessed,
I see where you're going with this.
and the horrible Dr. Bones, this is now the newest member of the 0% Club. Congratulations, Leprechaun Origins. You have done it. You have achieved greatness and immortality as joined the 0% Club on Rotten Tomatoes.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 2's on that list?
Yes, it is.
That
It,
movie-
it was at the time when we did the movie. It was on the zero. It had a 0%.
Was it Eric Freeman? Man, dude. He does, so like that dude goes to the gym, he does leg day, arm day, butthole day, fucking eyebrow day.
You know he doesn't. He never forgets eyebrow
What
day.
do you think he fucking pushes with those eyebrows, dude? That's insane.
So yeah, but it does have an 11% audience score.
What's it have on the turdometer?
On Amazon, 3.4. Fucking Amazon.
So this is just like the crew of this movie's like, yeah, we better buff it.
Yeah.
What the fuck did Sister Vampire get on?
Oh shit. I don't remember what Sister Vampires had.
You know, Moongoons, listen to the episode and get back to us on that.
Sister Vampires might not have been on Rotten Tomatoes. It might not have been on the site. Plot keywords, there were 77, but they all suck, so we're skipping it this week because there's nothing fun to talk about there. Trivia. So, for this movie, despite having very little screen time and no dialogue, star Dylan Posto, a.k.a. Hornswoggle, stated that he had never seen any of the previous Leprechaun films, and he has since chosen not to view any of them as he wanted his performance to be his own creation, without the influence of the other films.
Well, he got that right.
Yeah, congratulations. You did that. 'Cause not that it mattered in this one.
It's like, I'm going to do open heart surgery, but I'm not going to go to med school. Fuck.
As Nacho's already alluded to, and if you are diehard fans, and you might already realize, but the line, "Fuck you, Lucky Charms," is said by Sophie when she kills the Leprechaun, is the same line that's said by Alex in the original Leprechaun movie. Alex, I believe, is the little kid with the slingshot.
And the perpetual, like, doesn't age. I wonder what that kid looks like now. See, now when I say it like that, that sounds really bad.
Yeah, it does. Let's slow your roll right there. This is the first film in the series to be released in theaters, a limited theatrical run since Leprechaun 2.
What did they show it on the fucking Jumbotron at WrestleMania or some shit?
Yeah, probably.
Bitch is like, guys, check this out.
The character of the Leprechaun in Origins is inspired by subterranean mole rats, not by Darby O'Gill's little people like the previous films, supposedly.
Good job.
Yeah. Also, for you geography buffs and forest lovers, Ireland does not have woodlands depicted in this film. It is clearly filmed in North America, not Ireland. Excuse me. When Sophie finds the Irish book, we already talked about that, so fuck it. We're moving on.
Oh, it's the Necronomicon.
When the four are tied to a tree, you know what? We already talked about that, so fuck it. That's it. That's all for trivia. Nothing much because this movie is really bad. So let's just move on to Mortal Kombat.
Is there a budget game?
At the end of this day, one shall stand, one shall fall.
Nah, I wanted budget game, but there was no budget.
Good versus bad. Right versus wrong. Light versus dark. In the end, when the dust settles, who will be left standing after Mortal Kombat?
So,
You know what? Before you get into this, I'm gonna fuck your brain.
You're gonna fuck about. Okay.
All right, so you know Dolph Lundgren, who's fucking, Ivan Drago.
Who?
It's the Punisher.
Who?
Ivan Drago.
Who? No. Yeah, it's like.
So NECA, the action figure company, they just signed on to they have Dolph Lundgren's likeness, which they already had for Ivan Drago anyway, but so they're just gonna do a whole bunch of
Dolph Lundgren action figures.
Yeah. Dude, bring me the 1989 Punisher movie, which, by the way...
Well, that's interesting, because if they own his Dolph Lundgren's likeness, that's one thing, but...
Or they leased it.
But they
licensed it.
Right, but that's just Dolph Lundgren, but that doesn't mean they have the rights, would necessarily the Punisher or Ivan Drago from Rocky. Those characters would be owned by somebody else. They can make, Dolph Lundgren in a bathrobe, the action figure, they could do that, or Dolph Lundgren accountant, they
when
could
it comes
do
with
that.
like Gracie Jones or wait,
But I don't know. That'd be interesting.
who was
'cause
that scary tall black chick?
I don't know.
No, she was in Rocky 4. She was Ivan Drago's boo thing.
Oh, I don't remember her name.
She was in Sister Vampire. Dude, what was the... Oh, goddamn, what was the... Yo, fucking chili burger lady. Side note, that's the only line of dialogue I remember from that movie.
Anyway,
I drink to forget.
Because I forgot to do this earlier, and I'm contractually obligated. I must mention one more time this episode. Manscaped.com.
Marshall, so you're telling me if you tore the top off of my skull, you could shave these memories of this movie out?
Yes.
Oh,
if
right.
your memories were your pubes, then you can shave those memories clean off without nicks and scratches with a Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. With its precision porcelain cutting head, with its no nick technology and waterproof capabilities, you can shave these terrible memories right off your diggling.
Waterproof so we can even get past my hydrocephalic head?
That's right.
Just like Jason Voorhees.
That's 100% correct.
Oh, fuck.
So go to manscaped.com and enter promo code Moongoon.
What's the promo code?
It's Moongoon. Oh my god.
I broke him.
You broke me. I'm so sorry, guys.
Now, Marshall,
It's
I have...
MOONGOON for 20% off and free shipping.
Now, Marshall, my genitals are severely burnt because I've got burnt by the neighborhood parents because they thought I was a child molester. Could I still shave my genitals with this?
Lawnmower 4.0?
I mean-
I'm sure you could.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Shave your burnt genitals.
Could I save some money doing this?
You certainly can save some money. You can save 20% of that money by entering promo code Moongoon at checkout on manscaped.com. There we go.
I got more of them. You just tell me when, man.
All right, let's move on. Back to Mortal Kombat. So, there's 743 total reviews on Amazon.
Oh, boy.
44% of them are 5-star reviews.
Oh, let's hear these motherfuckers die on this hill.
26% are 1-star. So starting off with the 5-star ones.
Can I eat that highlighter, though?
Yeah, you can totally eat that highlighter.
Thanks, buddy.
From CDG Technical Writer since 2000. That's the guy's name.
Error.
He is the one with the milk, and they always steal his Lucky Charms. He just wants to have breakfast. 5 stars.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. From D. Miller. If you are in the mood for a late night horror flick, this will do the trick. Wasn't the best or worst movie I've seen, but has a bearable plot that revolves around pretty young people. 5 stars.
So D. Miller, I can only assume, is watching like the Zapruder film and a porno of his parents and neighbors.
Yeah.
And that's the good movies.
That's what I wrote. This is the epitome of a 3-star review.
God damn it.
It's not the best or the worst I've seen, but it's bearable. But 5 stars.
Fuck.
From Hollywood 2. I like scary movies, and the Leprechaun series is the best.
Wait,
5 stars.
Hollywood 2 Electric Boogaloo
Yeah.
or like Hollywood also?
Hollywood 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, fuck.
From Reborn Angel. As many of the 1-star people are complaining about the same thing, I couldn't see the monster. The plot didn't make sense, or it's not the same as the original 90s Leprechaun movies that got terrible after the second one, that it didn't fit in with the original screen shows or plots. Yeah, they made dumb dissensions, but that's horror movies for you.
I mean,
honestly, the movie was really good in my opinion. I enjoyed not seeing them use mini green guys running around attacking them. The fact that they literally only used 4 main spots in the movie for the creature and the people was pretty good, I thought. I liked the acting. It felt real, but the funny guy did much overacting. I didn't know any of the actors in the movie, none that I or my friends could recall, but all in all, I love the angles used and I enjoyed the night theme of the movie. Yes, the movie made me want answers to some of the things that happened in the movie, but I would only get answers if I spoke to the director, probably. The movie isn't a This movie isn't a weight of money if you rent it, and I only paid $6.99 to rent normal, and I watched it all the end of the night. So you people who say, "Oh, I lost an hour of my life watching this," then you are just a downer and not appreciating the work that goes into this. 5 stars.
Now, we have a saying around these parts.
Okay.
Why she talk?
Why is she?
Why she fucking talk?
We do have a saying now around these parts.
Why she talk?
It's an old saying. It goes back to our ancestors.
It's Gaelic.
It goes back to the days of our ancestors.
I think it's something. Why she talk?
Why she talk?
Why she talk? Fuck.
That's it for the 5 stars.
Oh God. Let's
hear the 1-star side.
Yes.
From Adam.
Yeah.
This movie is so painful to watch. I give all movies a chance. All movies. And I have seen the worst of the worst. And I'd rather watch Birdemic on replay for 24 hours than give this film a second view. There's surprisingly little gore in it, although the moment of extreme gore in the film is one of the best bait and switches in horror film in recent years.
I know what you're talking about.
It has none of the charm or other movies in the series. No humor, no fun, no Leprechaun. Instead of Leprechaun Origins, it should have been called Boring Dark Field Animal. Can you tell what I didn't like it? 1 star.
I mean,
it's not wrong.
That's somebody photoshopped that cover. Dark, boring field animal. Clever girl. Electric Boogaloo. Fuck.
From Terry. I don't like this movie because that leprechaun did not dress fancy. He was basically butt naked. I could not rap like Warwick Davis Leprechaun. He didn't say little wisecracking lines. Hell, the damn thing can't even talk. This movie ain't related to the Leprechaun movies we all love. No magic powers, no nothing. The damn thing don't even look like a leprechaun. Like somebody else said, this movie is misleading by the name if you think you're gonna see Warwick Leprechaun Davis in this bitch. My last gripe with this shit is how the hell would the boy who didn't even want to go to the damn place get killed when the damn girl who emotionally manipulated him into going with her and our friends still singing compadres deservedly get killed when she should have got off, and it was to survive. It should have been him. If I could give this movie no stars, I would. 1 star.
All right. No. All right. So dude said because he don't even dress fancy.
Because he don't dress fancy.
All right. I just see like Reba McEntire's mom like, here you go, leprechaun, don't let me down. And then he's just like fucking rubbing lipstick on and he's getting fucked up the ass for gold coins.
Doing a Buffalo Bill. He's tucking his dick between his legs.
Am I fancy?
I'd fuck me.
Why she talk? Why she talk?
You feeling fancy?
Top of the morning to you, lady.
Then her fucking
Sinead
dildo Connor, and her throats come out, and she fucking spits hot cum and gold chunks on his dick. What has this evolved into?
Last 3 from Clear Improv. Wow, Major Dumb. I usually take excuse me. I usually take negative reviews with a grain of salt. Hence, I decided to watch this quote-unquote classic despite the low ratings. In this case, I got what I deserved. A complete waste of my time watching probably one of the most shallow and pointless movies ever created. I've learned my lesson. 1 star.
Major Dumb sounds like a really cool G.I. Joe character. Like, Flint's out, Snake Eyes is fucked up, Duke is MIA, and they're like, who do we got?
Major Dumb.
Major Dumb.
Major Dumb.
Well, he talks like that because he's deaf.
Yeah.
Right. Wink,
Yeah.
wink, nudge, nudge.
From Amazon customer. This is the Halloween 3 of Leprechaun movies.
Oh, we fighting. We fighting.
It's so perfect had you on the show instead of Aaron for that one.
It's like somebody strategically choose that.
And lastly, from Michael Abe Paulino, I don't even know what to make of this one. I think this guy had a stroke while typing it because this is in all bold and all caps.
All right.
California Lottery Neighborhood Watch. That's the review.
Now, see, I think what he was trying to say was...
See, that's trying to come up with a path. Like, what the fuck?
Neighborhood Lottery, Neighborhood Watch. Oh, fuck.
California Lottery Neighborhood Watch, 1 star.
You know what? Can we check out some more of his reviews? Because I'm intrigued. Maybe he's like
intrigued.
Maybe he's like the Wesley Willis of fucking, by the way, kudos for fucking bringing up Wesley Willis a couple episodes back.
Yeah.
I often describe for the two people that'll get this joke, I described the Death Grips if Run the Jewels and Wesley Willis were in the same band. Ugh, fuck.
All right. So that's what other people thought. Let's end this battle.
Battle? What battle?
What battle? Yeah, it's pretty.
What, me on your shoulder? Just fucking fighting rapid. Brain dead.
Leproraptors?
Lepophrosauruses.
Leptors?
Oh, fun fact.
Leprechauns?
Lepidopteruses are people that collect butterflies.
There you go. Now that is an educational moment right there. I like that one.
So you turn into fucking watch a dumbass movie, but you're learning today.
You are. All right, Nachos. Give me your final thoughts. What are you closing out with this?
So horrible, it's bad. I mean, right? What could you name a saving grace of this movie?
No, I can't.
Any redeemable?
The only redeeming factor is it's got two somewhat decent kills with the head smash and the spine rip out, but that's it. But it doesn't justify watching this movie.
It's an insult to Irish people. It's an insult to the Leprechaun franchise. It's an insult to the fucking WWE.
Yeah.
It just...
Well, that's my other thing. Like, so many people are like, and maybe I am wrong, or maybe I'm remembering this differently. I don't know. But I know when it came out, yes, everybody's like Leprechaun Origins, and it did very much seem like, yes, it's supposed to be like, sound like it was gonna be a prequel to the Warwick Davis.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I don't know if it really is meant. Like, that's why I'm surprised it came in your box set. But because it really has nothing. There is zero tie-in with any other movies. So I don't even know if this is
with the exception of the line. That's it.
Yeah, the one line. But I don't know if this really is supposed to be like in the same. It considered to be in that same like franchise. Like it's because it has the name Leprechaun. I don't think it means like it's part of the franchise.
It should have been called Leprechaun Reach for the Gold.
Ugh. So yeah, I don't know. Like,
what about you, Marshall?
I mean, I get what people were if they're expecting a Warwick Davis one would be mad about this. Just like, this movie,
you got Hornswoggle. I'm sorry, I'm doing the shit we do on our podcast. You think you can talk? No. You have fucking Hornswoggle, and this whole shit is.
He's a fucking leprechaun.
The fucking leprechaun.
I mean, his little ring attire was a fucking leprechaun outfit.
Right?
Just put him in the movie and have him kill people in his leprechaun outfit.
Dude, let him crack some one-liners and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what? Oh, dude, fictitious parallel universe. Leprechaun, where it's Warwick Davis and Hornswoggle in classic attire, and they fucking tag team that shit.
Like an MCU multiverse crossover.
Dude, right?
Like Spider-Man, dimensional door opens, one leprechaun comes out, and the other leprechaun comes out.
Whoa, spoiler alert for a fucking
yeah, sorry.
5-month-old movie.
Yeah.
No, but get fucked, nerds.
That would be cool. And honestly, they could probably still do that.
And you know what?
CGI, they could totally do that.
I mean, what is Hornswoggle dead?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then
he ain't doing shit.
Warwick Davis is alive, and even the dude that played Leprechaun in the New. So you get them all together, and there's your Spider-Man pointing me.
There you go.
But it's the Leprechauns.
It's the Leprechauns. Make it happen, Hollywood.
Throw Tom Atkins in that shit.
So bad it's scary. This movie is a huge disappointment. I can't. It could have been good. I think there was potential there. I think like the setup was fine. Like it had potential to be something at least decent, halfway entertaining. But man, it's just the writing's bad. The acting's not great. The special effects are terrible. The kills are lame. They just dropped the ball in like every possible place to drop it. It's just a disappointing film.
It's like mom telling you she's going out to get fucking Pizza Hut, and she comes back with like, what is the Jack in the Box equivalent of a Whopper? Whatever, dude. It's like mom going out for a fucking Little Caesars pizza and coming back with a dead puppy. And she just throws you a spork. And there's no Cajun sparkle.
I mean, that's it. I can't. That's it. That's the best way to describe this movie. So that's it. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
We'll be back later. We know what the next episode is supposed to be, but I'm not saying anything because it'll get canceled or something will happen. But we have big things coming.
Marshall, take one more step. You're canceled, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Until then, you know what to do. Watch more horror movies. And remember to always keep it tight.